Hello and welcome to my round 7 review. So this week we scored 2,611. Good score this week, top 1%. Up to rank 166, by far the highest we've ever been. So fingers crossed we keep that up. Another pretty good week. Very high scores across the board. There was a 2,800, I think, that got the highest score for the round. So massive from some really key primos. Happy to own some of them. So we'll head on over to the team. Doherty scored 91. Not very good at all, especially against North Melbourne. Definitely feel like he's going to score better against better teams when the ball is in Carlton's backline more. We've seen with Port Adelaide and with North Melbourne, when the ball's hardly been down there, Doherty isn't as effective. Still had 30-odd touches, but score wasn't quite there, but he'll definitely bounce back. Likewise with Sinclair, was really good for the first 3 quarters and then couldn't really get near it in the fourth, and especially in crunch time at the end, he was on the bench for the majority. He couldn't get back on the ground. The ball was all on the other side, so a little bit unfortunate there. His first sub 100 score of the year, but it's fine. Sicily 116. Really good form this guy's in. Jayden Short 152. Massive score. Actually in the midfield for the Tigers for the first time in his career. Was getting clearances throughout the whole game. 30 plus touches again. Looked very good in the midfield there. Not sure if that's a permanent thing. Honestly, it looks like Rory Laird, when he went from halfback to the guts. So very impressed with Jayden Short. Dacos 75, solid game. A little bit below average. McCartan was obviously our loophole because he was out with concussion. He's should be back this week. Trained today, so he's up for selection. Hewitt, another one that we want back to be available to play this week. My guess is that he gets up. He just had a knock, I think, to his calf. His injury report here says his recovery time's to be confirmed. I'm hopeful, and I think he'll be back this week. O'Driscoll 57. Could have been a lot more. He was on 40 at halftime or something. So kind of disappointing. I think I might trade him out this week. Not sure how much more money he's got to make, and a break even of I think 77. If I'm not wrong, 77. So look, he could max out right now. So we'll see. Steele 122. So close to an 120 average. Been really good the last, really every round since round 1. McRae 89. Last 2 weeks, sub 100. Very un-Jack McRae like. He's about to plummet in price. If you don't have him, you can probably pick him up at 600k in 2 weeks' time. So very good for non-McRae owners. If you brought him in 2 weeks ago, you know who you are. Having a go at one of my mates there, but you'd be kicking yourself a bit. But he'll bounce back definitely. Lachie Neale 187. My tip for the Brownlow, absolutely killing it. Monster year so far. He'll be at 700k in the next few weeks. Took Miller 160. Massive bounce back game. Was on 7 at quarter time and then scored 153 in the next 3 quarters. So very good signs from Took there. Now, brought in Ben Keays this week. Felt like I needed a pod. And look, he went all right. 103. Adelaide got absolutely pumped. GWS were all over him. So, when Adelaide compete a little more, he'll definitely, average close to 115. Even 120 is my guess. So, felt like going for a pod. Didn't really want to go Clary. In the end, we saved 30k and it only cost us 16 points in the end. So, look, Clary's still probably the last midfielder I want. But I like the Ben Keays pick. Track 131. Very, very nice from Christian. Paddy Cripps, 138. Another man who's, I'd say, top 3 in the Brownlow. For this year, in the form of his life, I'd say, would be averaging, I think it's around 130 without that hamstring game. So, yeah, awesome pick, 526k, still dirt cheap, given his current form. So, yeah, get him in if you don't have him. Horne-Francis, 58. Yeah, very out of touch, this guy. I know it's early days in his AFL career, but hasn't set the world on fire like we were all expecting. But, yeah, a bloke that I'm probably looking to trade out this week. Turns the ball over, gives away free kicks. A little bit clumsy. So, yeah, not sure how much money he makes from here on. So, I think he's on the way out. Dill Stevens, we need him to get a game at some point. C-Mac, 55, that's all right. Mitch Cox is our loophole. Into the rucks. Max frickin' Gawn, 172 as vice. That is what you love to see. With all the ruckmen out at this point in time, Gawn owners are that far ahead of everyone. It's ridiculous. There is no one coming close to Gawn at the moment, apart from Witts, really. So yeah, if you have Gawn and Witts, you're laughing. Wish I picked Witts at the start of the year, but anyways, Prusy, 109. Yeah, smack bang on his average. Really, really good pick so far. Most teams have him, I'd say. And yeah, I don't think any of us expected him to be averaging this. So yeah, very happy with Bruce. Hayes, 53. Yeah, very below average game from a primary ruckman. He should bounce back. Got Steph Martin this week. So yeah, if he can, go 80, 90, that's all we can ask for, really. Forward line, Dunkley, 139. Had a 140 the week before, 139 this week. Look, against Port Adelaide, he's almost a vice option. In great form, yeah, that far ahead of all the other forwards at the moment. Him and Heaney and English when he comes back, yeah, they're all at the top of their game. Will Brody, 75, not amazing. Had a big second half though. He's got North Melbourne this week. Should ton up. Butters, 89. I think he was on that at about 3/4 time, maybe 80. So, yeah, definitely should have tonned up, but looked better. So I'm not too worried about Butters, but yeah, he'll be up and down. We all know that by now. Cogs, 108. Yeah, good game. Kicked 3 goals though, so that did help him. Nick Martin, 106. Rising star, this bloke. Absolute jet. Top 10 player at the Bombers. Conning, 77, his biggest score for the year. Had to field him, Dixon or Rosas, and ended up getting us about 30 points more than if we went with one of those two. So, yeah, very happy with his game. Hugh Dixon, 42. Pretty shocking score. But his team got pumped by 100 and he barely touched the ball, so could have been worse. Rosas, 48. Hardly touched the footy. I think he had like 7 or 8 disposals. Few tackles and a goal here or there. So, yeah, he'll make a bit more cash. Needs to kick goals to score, though. So, yeah, that's the team for this week. Now, on to what we are doing for next week. Or I should say, this week coming up. So, my guess is Hewitt gets up to play. So, we'll chuck him on field for Paddy McCartan. Now, trades out Nathan O'Driscoll and Horne-Francis. I don't want to boost this week. I would love to get Tom Stewart, but I think you just can't pay 600k for defenders, I'm just praying that Stewart's going to drop an 80 and just, drop to 560, 570. It's wishful thinking, I know, but I've never been keen on bringing in defenders at over, really 570, 580. So yeah, Nathan O'Driscoll out and Jason Horne-Francis out. So we'll swing to Conning down back this week. And we will bring in Greg Clark, turned up on debut. Yeah, I was super high on this bloke in the preseason. Said he was going to be the next Tim Kelly, and his first game was, yeah, a real good sign for what is to come for Greg Clark. So, yeah, in comes Clark. I'm more than happy to have him as an on-field option as well. And into the forward line. Not sure whether I want Heaney or Luke Parker. I think probably Parker at this point in time. Heaney seems to have gone cold a little bit. Break even of 127. So I think, yeah, Luke Parker, good value, good form at the moment, and he's cheaper and comes with DPP. So I think those are the trades I'm looking at this week. Like I said, I don't want to boost. I want to keep my 3 boosts. And yeah, now vice captain and captaincy. So I think we vice Lachie Neale against the West Coast Eagles. Should go massive again. Now, captain options. If we do vice Neale, we have Gawn, we have Petrarca, we have Cripps, we have Doherty, we have Hewitt, we have Ben Keys. I think out of those names, with the form he's in, we go Max Gawn. If we don't want to go Gawn, I think it's Cripps. But yeah, Neale into Gawn. I don't think we can really go wrong. 2 shots at a big captain score. I think both could go big. So yeah, I think that's what we'll do. On field, I don't think we make any changes. So yeah, that's how the side's looking at this point in time. Very, very happy with it. We've got our 5 defenders. We've basically got 1 upgrade target on every line with 22 trades left. So, yeah, very, very happy with the side. Fingers crossed the rank is up into the top 100 this week. So, yeah, if you did tune in, thanks for watching. See you next week.